Hello, listen, Malorian, and this is going to be a War Machine battle report. In fact, it should have been 3 battle reports, but the pictures are so bad for whatever reason, I'm only going to give you one of them, which actually had an interesting twist. So basically what this is all about is I had a buddy come over and he wanted to practice for my tournament coming up, the Uncontrolled Furies. 25 points, you get 2 lists, and he wanted to really try and narrow out, like try and figure out how he wants to have his list and balance it. And after we played the first game, he went and made some changes, and this will be the second game here. And really one of the things he really wanted to test is he didn't know how his list would do up against a Colossal. So I'm going to bring a Colossal. So it's going to be MacBain on his side, Nemo on my side, with a Storm Wall, and let's see what happens. All right, so looking at his list here, he's going with some gun mages on the left. They have the UA, who's running the Mule, so that's always nice and dangerous. Mule with snipe and stuff. Then he has Ogre and Bokur, Nomad on MacBain, and then he has a big unit of Halberdiers. There'll be a few Forge Guard in there, but that's just because he forgot his models. On my side, it's really easy. I got the big old Storm Wall, I got the Thunderhead, and I got Nemo. And really, this is a 25-point list I really like because it's condensed, it can deal with heavies, it can deal with troop swarm, and you know, it's just fun to use really too. So this is what the board looks like. The mission is where it's 5 points to win. You get 1 for controlling the zone, 2 for dominating, 1 for destroying the enemy objective, and 2 for dominating it. If you dominate basically your own objective, you can use it to make your jacks charge or run for free if they're within 2 inches of it. So really looking at this, one of my biggest challenges will be that stupid way that actually I did the terrain here, but to get into that kind of town, I'm going to have to run twice with the storm wall just to clear that wall. I could have gone through the forest, but then there's that other wall going across there to block me. So that's going to be kind of a pain. However, with the Thunderhead, I should be putting up enough of a threat that he shouldn't be able to swarm me anyway. So on my first turn, I basically run up the storm wall, locomotion up the Thunderhead. It runs up to where you see it, and then I put Electrify on the storm wall, although pretty quick here I'll be switching that to the Thunderhead. His turn, he's running up, and he puts Countermeasure up onto his Halberdiers. And as soon as he does that, I realize that that's a pretty damn good counter to my list, because it would stop Pulse, and it also stops all the shooting of the Colossal, of the Storm Wall. So normally you can sit in combat, you can shoot stuff and whatever, but now once he gets within 5 inches, he's going to be stopping all my shooting. So that's going to be a huge pain, but hey, what can you do? So my turn, I have to basically run the storm wall in just so I can get over the lines. I'm also getting close enough that I'm putting up a pretty good threat. Like I said, I put Electrify onto the Thunderhead now, since he'll be the one that actually will be in threat of real attacks. Locomotion him, he goes up, he pulses, and he kills a ton of those gun mages. So that's really good to have that threat gone. And really, because of the way that the line of sight goes, it's not like the mule is going to be able to charge me or anything anyway. His turn, he's pretty much just getting up here to put up the threat. For a while there, he was wondering if he could deliver something, because he also has basically Energizer, but unfortunately he wasn't able to do it. He's just gained to position here. So really, all he was able to do is run up his Halberdiers. They're really gumming things up, and then as well did a few shots into me, doing a little bit of a damage, but nothing too bad. So my turn, what I do here is I put, the nice thing about Nemo 1 is I can put 5 focus onto one thing and overcharge one of my jacks. So I put 5 focus onto the Thunderhead. He goes up, smashes that mule. So there's another thing gone I don't need to worry about. Otherwise, yeah, I mean, okay, my Storm Wall would really love to do something here, but it can't shoot, and it's really not a good place to really do much combat. So yeah, it's not really much it can do. You don't see it in your picture here, but I do shoot out a pod that's going to make some activation issues for his Nomad. But yeah, this is now 3 turns where my Storm Wall did nothing except for, well, now protect Nemo. So on his turn, he destroys the pod with the Ogryn Bokur, and then he's able to send in the Nomad to attack me, and with some jackhammers and stuff, he's able to do pretty good damage to my left side, doesn't knock anything out, and then the Halberdiers were not able to charge over that, but they were able to walk over there, do a combined hit, and then they did a pretty good hit to the right side as well. So I'm probably taking half damage now, and again, this is so annoying because normally I could be putting out cover fires or something like that, but I just can't because of this. Otherwise, he goes up to try and shoot my Thunderhead, gets bad dice, and nothing happens there. But all of a sudden, because of all the damage on my storm wall, I'm actually thinking I need to maybe go for the assassination here. So, I mean, he's camping nothing with MacBain. I can put 5 onto my Thunderhead, go over there, charge him, and really smash him. Especially if I go over there and I change up and put on Disruption Field, so he's +2 strength. I should be able to smash him easy, because otherwise, I mean, attrition could work, but I'm just worried that if I lose my storm wall, because if I don't take out the Nomad or enough guys, let's just finish it here. Unfortunately, that doesn't all work out, so I first have to activate the Storm Wall to get him out of the way. He smashes the Nomad, but does 10 damage. He misses one of the Halberdiers. He's then done. I had put the 5 focus on the Thunderhead. Nemo comes over here, changes up, so now there's a Disruption Field, charge over. And yeah, it's a massive whiff. So basically, I charge in, and I'm at dice +1. I need like an 8 to hit, boost my to hit dice, and I miss. And then I boost again, and I miss. And so in the end, with my other focus and stuff, I'm able to make him take a tough check, and he passes it. So after all this here, MacBain lives because of tough, and Nemo is just totally out there in the breeze. So on his turn, it's pretty easy. He just comes over here with the Nomad, and actually with the shooting with the gun mages, he almost killed me right there. And then it's pretty easy for the Nomad to finish me off. So there you go, a win for the Mercenaries and for MacBain. But really, I thought this was a pretty interesting battle. First of all, because normally if you looked at his list, it wouldn't be really an anti-colossal list. This isn't his one he has designed for taking out colossals. He has a second list that does a lot better. But the whole idea is, what happens if this list was to be up a colossal? Would he actually have a game? And really, with that countermeasure, which you don't see anywhere else, it is a very good job at shutting that stuff down. Because really, if you just take colossals and all they're doing is punching, they don't normally do very much. And I mean, with the Thunderhead, it stops the pulse as well. So really interesting interaction there. As far as what I did in the game there, I think the idea, I mean, the whole assassination should have worked by the numbers. I mean, I don't know what the exact, but I'm guessing I had like an 85–90% chance of actually killing him. But the big thing here is, I guess, looking at it, is I didn't need to really do that. Really, it's not like I could have come over and pulsed and killed too many of those Halberdiers, because of countermeasures. However, if he would have stayed over there, I could have given him maybe 1 focus, and then he could have pulsed, finished off the rest of the gun mages, and then, really done damage to the Bokur, because I'm guessing he would shield guard the one onto MacBain, but really cause that pain there where I'm basically pulsing from behind the building. And then as well, all I could have done then with the Thunderhead is between the pod going and killing a bunch of guys there, and him just punching the Nomad. I mean, he has Electro Leaps. So I thought there's even 2 ways to do this. I could either do like a sweep attack and kill like all those guys there, or I could just be punching the Nomad to kill that primary target, and just Electro Leaping to kill the other guys too. So either way, that probably would have been the safer option and the better one to do, because at that point there, like I said, it had a very good chance of winning. However, if I just would have stuck with attrition, then I would have been like 100% sure. So there you go. Another thing I forgot to say during the thing is that I had popped feet at one point there, didn't do any damage to his guy, and at the one turn where he ran all his guys down, that's where he popped feet, and that's why I didn't like shoot a pod over all his guys, because most of them just couldn't be hurt anyway. But either way, there you go, and hope you liked it. Bye.